The world's most prestigious consulting firm has a workforce it doesn't talk about. Not a few chatbots, but an army of 25,000 AI agents. In a recent reveal, CEO Bob Stern confirmed McKinsey's total operating capacity is its 35,000 human experts plus this massive digital force. For any ambitious professional, a job at McKinsey has always been seen as ultimate career leverage. But now the structure that created that leverage is being systematically re-engineered from within. Stay with me and I'll explain the mechanics of this digital army, how it's creating a new economic engine, and what it signals for anyone still playing by the old rules of elite knowledge work. Hey, if you're new here, this is Ramin, and I've spent the last decade inside consulting, including top-tier consulting firms, and I'm still in the system today. Let's dive in. To understand how profound this shift is, you have to understand the old consulting model. For decades, the business was very simple, immensely profitable, and built on a human-intensive leverage structure. It was a pyramid. At the top, a handful of senior partners who owned the client relationship. Below them, layers of principals and managers tasked to deliver those engagements. And at the bottom of this pyramid, a massive base of junior analysts hired out of the world's top universities. The life of a junior analyst was a rite of passage defined by brutal hours. Their function was to be a human search engine and a presentation factory. They spent all-nighter grinding through data rooms, first-hand interviews, and market reports. The output was always the same: endless PowerPoint slides. The core currency of consulting work. The entire system was built on one financial principle: leverage. A firm could bill a client for thousands of hours of this junior level work, forming the economic foundation of every project. It was relatively slow, expensive, and it was simply how the game was played. But that model's foundation were cracking. Corporate clients began demanding faster, tangible result, not thicker slide deck. The old way of working was becoming a liability in a world that values speed and execution. McKinsey knew that to maintain its position in the premium consulting space, it couldn't just optimize the old model. It had to fundamentally rewire its own DNA. So how did they rewire? McKinsey didn't just adopt AI, they deployed a digital workforce. In early 2026, CEO Bob Sternfeld announced that McKinsey's operating capacity was not just its 35,000 employees, but also 25,000 AI agents. The firm's stated goal is to have at least one AI agent paired with every human employee. This digital army is built on two viable platforms. The first is the proprietary generative AI platform named Lilli. Lilli AI platform acts as McKinsey institutional memory. It gives every consultant instant access to the firm's entire knowledge base, every sanitized case, report, and expert transcript. When a consultant poses a question, Lilli doesn't just return documents. It synthesizes critical information, drafts initial summaries, and identifies the most relevant internal expert. The firm estimates its AI tool are saving vast amount of time on research and analysis. In a single year, apparently, these tools saved the company 1.5 million hours of work. The second initiative is QuantumBlack, McKinsey's AI delivery arm. Think of QuantumBlack as the firm's AI factory, with a team of over 1,700 data scientists, engineers, and product managers. QuantumBlack doesn't just advise on AI strategy. It builds and deploys production-grade AI systems for clients. And according to its leadership, it now drives about 40% of McKinsey's client work. At this point, you might think McKinsey just licensed the powerful LLM and integrated, but that's a surface level view. And it's why most companies trying to replicate this will fail. Lilli and QuantumBlack only function because of 3 pillars that support them. The first is data stewardship. McKinsey already had hundreds of people globally whose full-time job wasn't client strategy. It was content hygiene. These data stewards curate the firm's internal knowledge, cleaning it, verifying it, and stripping out sensitive client IP to ensure it can be safely reused. This is the only reason a system like Lilli is viable. Without this layer, an internal AI doesn't create intelligence, it creates risk. A single breach of confidentiality destroys client trust. And without trust, there is no consulting business. This is the step most companies skip because it isn't innovative, but it's everything. The second pillar out of these 3 hidden pillars is measuring quality, not adoption. McKinsey didn't measure success with vanity metric. They didn't just ask, are people using the tool? They ran blind comparisons, scoring outputs created with Lilli against those created without it. The criteria were accuracy, richness, and distinctiveness. In other words, the AI wasn't judged on whether people liked it. It was judged on whether it made the final work product objectively better. That distinction is critical because it reframes who and what is truly valuable. Finally, the third pillar out of these 3 hidden pillars is treating AI like a core product. McKinsey managed Lilli not as an IT project, but as a software company manages a flagship product. Today, apparently, roughly 70% of the firm actively uses it, generating hundreds of thousands of prompt months. That's not an experiment. That's infrastructure. And once AI becomes infrastructure, it's no longer optional. When you combine these elements, curated data, rigorous quality control, and product-level discipline, McKinsey isn't just using AI. It has operationalized it. And that's what unlocks the new economic engine. First, there is the obvious win. Massive cost reduction at the base of the pyramid by automating tasks that once consumed thousands of junior consulting hours. This automation frees up expensive human consultant to focus on what clients actually value. High-level strategic counsel, stakeholder management, and executive judgment. But the real strategic insight is how this efficiency destroyed the old business model to create a more lucrative one. The consulting industry has always run on billable hour, a fee-for-a-service model where clients pay for human time. AI shatters that model. When an AI can perform 30 hours of analysis in just 30 minutes, it can no longer credibly bill for time. So McKinsey leaned into the disruption. They began moving aggressively away from selling time and towards selling results. This is the outcome-based pricing, right? Instead of paying for a team's time, a client agrees on a specific, measurable business outcome, like a 5% increase in profit margin or 10% reduction in customer churn. McKinsey's fee is then tied directly to its ability to deliver that result. And this model is a game changer. Clients prefer it because they're paying for tangible value, not just effort. And McKinsey prefer it because its AI-powered delivery model makes those outcomes more predictable and scalable. With platforms like Lilli and repeatable solutions from QuantumBlack, what McKinsey is executing here is more than a strategy. It's a preview of future for all knowledge-based professions, and the implications are structural. And this is the part you have to be aware if you are planning to get into consulting, especially McKinsey and other top-tier firms. First, the shape of elite firms are changing. The traditional pyramid, with its wide base of junior analysts, is inverting into a diamond. The commoditized work at the bottom is being automated. This doesn't just mean fewer entry-level jobs. It means the job itself is changing. The valuable skill is no longer about doing the research. It's about framing the right question for the AI, stress testing its output, and weaving those insights into a coherent strategy for the client. The premium is shifting from analysis to judgment. Second, this changes who gets hired and promoted. McKinsey is now actively hunting for what I call hybrid talent. People who are equally fluent in technology, data, and high-level strategy. This focus is shifting from the prestige of your alma mater to the tangible, cross-functional skill you possess. Finally, this model, combining specialized AI agents with elite human teams and tying compensation to performance, is a blueprint that will be replicated across industry. Law firms, accounting firms, marketing agency, and software development, and so on and so forth, are all built on a similar leverage model that is now vulnerable. The era of selling human hours is closing. The future, in my view, belongs to those who can build and deploy their own digital workforce to deliver measurable results. So McKinsey's AI army showed that this technology isn't a tool to make us slightly more efficient at our old jobs. It's a force that is fundamentally rewriting the rules of how professional value is created and captured. This raises a critical question not for your company, but for your career. What is the core leverage model you're currently part of? Is it based on billing hours, managing junior talents, or owning a niche process? And is that leverage model about to be broken by a system like this? Think about it. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. I love to hear your thoughts and perspective. The answer will probably determine your next move. So, what is the real takeaway? McKinsey's 25,000 strong AI army isn't about replacing human. It's about re-leveraging them. By automating low-level analytical work, they have freed their human experts to focus exclusively on high-value strategy, problem solving, and client relationships. More importantly, McKinsey have used that efficiency to flip their entire business model, moving from selling time to selling guaranteed outcomes. This shift is turning the AI infrastructure into a powerful economic engine and creating a defensible competitive moat. And remember, this isn't just the story of one consulting firm. It's a playbook for the future of professional work. And the message is clear. The most powerful operators of the next decade won't be the ones with the largest teams, but the ones who can most effectively integrate elite human talent with an intelligent, autonomous digital workforce. Want to know how to land your dream job in business and finance in the AI era? Click the next video here where I share with you how I did it myself.